So we have double, triple, many controversies. And the main controversy is serious. So I want to be careful there. However, well, I'm going to be nice and just call this person an Aaron Smith-Levin fan, though I think they're a super fan. And I can only say they are demented because their YouTube channel is out there. Even by Aaron Smith-Levin standards, this thing is out there. This thing's out there. But let me get to the actual controversy first, and I will do a full commentary on that. So essentially what happened, and I double-checked this 2 to 3 times. I didn't find anything, but good faith. This is out there. This is a real photo, but maybe it's not. So I got to be careful. So basically, apparently, Emily Armstrong, who has joined Linkin Park recently, right, last year. Now, where Emily is, we don't really know. She does have a background in Scientology. Her mother is a Scientologist, and apparently she is working for OSA and doing propaganda for the church. Her life seems very horrible and tragic. So that is true. Her mother's in Scientology, and the way Scientology usually works, your friends and family are in Scientology. And she does have a lot of associates in Scientology, right? Her most infamous connection is Danny Masterson, and she showed up to the Danny Masterson trial to give him support. Now she renounces that support now because she was just trying to help a friend. But it's all very tricky and fiendish. So really, we don't know the full story. We're getting more and more details, but where exactly she is with the cult, don't know. She hasn't really denounced it. On the other hand, I don't think it's fair to call her a Scientologist or even official member of the church. We just don't have any evidence. She's been to these events, and she has alarming ties, and there we are. So on her Instagram, and again, I checked, I could not find this. Apparently, she put a photo against YouTube. I got to be careful with monetization. She is shown with her hand making a certain gesture with her digitus of the middle position. I'm trying to be as vague as possible. So she did a gesture to, I think, the sidewalk. And anyways, there's this like stone pavement of some kind, and it's had therapy, like in black letters. And she's making a not very nice gesture to that, presumably the therapy. And there we are. So this has been given by Tony Ortega. I'm being a little longish here. But that's the basic gist. And we'll discuss that fully at another time. I was more concerned with some of the reactions of the Aaron people. It was also kind of hilarious that Aaron is so lazy as fallen behind. And I double checked. So at the time of this recording, maybe he's going to do something. But yeah, it's pretty much the last video I know he did is on Erica in the case of her being arrested. Again, I'm not very trusting of what Aaron or Eric are up to, but yeah, that was a bad arrest that the police did in Clearwater. That's my official stance. Alrighty then, so one of the Aaron fans decided to do a little rant and rage against Emily and was just saying so many things that I'm like, just scratching my head. I'm like, okay, I mean, there's that controversy about Scientology and therapy, and the way that therapy is demonized in Scientology. Though if you do real research into it, it's a little bit more complicated. But yes, at the most basic level, L. Ron usually demonizes and makes fun of psychologists and psychiatry and all this other stuff. It's even Battlefield Earth. I'm not joking with you. That is literally the plot of Battlefield Earth. It's an allegory about the evil of psychiatry and how the Elrond heroes will save us in the future in this post-apocalyptic wasteland, which apparently has McDonald's, but that's another story. All right, so there's that. And that's fine, although I don't think this person has done any serious research. It's like, okay, I mean, don't even know how to interpret the image. Did she make it as a fake photo? Again, I couldn't find it on her official account. Did she delete it? Don't know. It's a little strange. But then she went into this tirade against Emily. And speaking of for therapy, let me just note one major contradiction. This is really bizarre. She's like, music is therapy. Music is universal. Music is good. Therapy good. And Emily Armstrong is bad. So it's like, wait, no, that's a major logical contradiction. Could you perhaps address that? No, we're going to keep going forward. So we're at that kind of brain level. Alrighty then. And I am not going to give away who this is. This person is very notorious. And I was actually going to make this announcement. I'm going to stop protecting a lot of these people because I've been playing very nice We're still going to obey the terms of services, but I'm going to not be as nice. So I'm not going to say fully who this is, but if you've been to Aaron's channel, she shows up there a lot. She shows up there a lot, and she's made very nice comments to all the Aaron people, all the pro Aaron people. She shows up a lot. It's very clearly obsessive, and I can show time and again tons of screenshots. I will just give away the initials. Her name, because she showed herself on camera, her name is JC. Just gonna leave it there. It's J to the C. I'm just gonna leave it there. That is it. That probably does identify. Well, trying to be nice and respectful. So then she goes into this weird tangent about Emily, who did show up at the courthouse. She called it a church house. So I was a little confused. It's like, there's evidence of you harassing the Jane Does at the church house. The church house? Are you saying she harassed the Danny Masterson Jane Does in Scientology at one of the events? If you mean the trial, that's a courthouse, not a church house. So yeah, she seems to have basic issues with basic facts and basic geography and the timeline. Also, there is zero evidence of Emily harassing the Jane Does in the Danny Masterson case. Now, I'm very skeptical of what the Jane Does are up to. I'm very cynical about the whole proceeding now with Masterson and the Jane Does. So I really have no dog in the fight. However, I'm going to be blatantly honest. If there was photographic or video evidence of Emily harassing the Jane Does, who I am very skeptical about now, I would show it to you guys just to make money. I'll be totally honest. I would show you guys that just to make money. I know of zero evidence of any photographs or video evidence where she's harassing the Jane Doe. So what are you talking about? You just made that up out of nowhere. Just blatantly lied about Emily. Why? Don't know. So this thing just keeps going on in this rambling rant. And by the way, she doesn't even give credit where it's due. I found this out through Tony Ortega. So did she do her own independent research here? Because otherwise, it feels like you're basically stealing from Tony's ideas. Maybe you should just give credit to Tony, because that's where you got it from. Now, let me get to the biggest punchline of them all, is that even though she's praising therapy, guys, therapy good, therapy works, Scientology bad, Scientology evils, therapies. Aaron Smith-Levin famously has not gotten into therapy. Yeah, Aaron himself doesn't like therapy and has said repeatedly he will not get therapy. Serge exposed this. He put it in a post saying, I told Aaron, get the therapies. And he said unto me, no. And Aaron repeatedly says this, saying, no, God, people said therapy, therapy. I'm not getting no therapies. So it's like, if you're going to be an Aaron fan, fine. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think he's really a victim, yada, yada. You want to support him tactically saying, it's a lesser evil, fine, whatever. You cannot be praising therapy. Condemn Emily Armstrong for, is this even true? We don't even know? Okay, fine. Let's assume she is very hostile to therapy. Oh, all this, and you're not even telling your subscribers or your viewers, oh, by the way, Aaron doesn't believe in therapy. He doesn't like therapy. He's very hostile to therapy. And he's supposed to be the good anti-Scientology activist hero who you follow and promote and support. And I might think, well, that's a little harsh or a little... No. She has tons of videos condemning DOA and Nora. And them being toxic. What about Aaron? Don't know. Magics. She even did a video hating Mike Rinder, and then months later, when Mike Rinder died, said, I feel so sorry about Mike Rinder. So this is full-blown propagandist all the way through. Loves Marilyn, loves Aaron, hates DOA, hates Nora. Okay. And you're praising therapy. But Aaron not getting therapy, that's okay. Guys, therapy works. Music therapy. Emily bad, Aaron good. So that's I spotted at least 3 major logical conceptual contradictions. Well, there we go. So is Aaron running a cult? Well, some of his followers do seem cognitively having trouble with reality and not getting basic things right and just making stuff up. Yes, Emily clearly supported Danny Masterson. You can definitely condemn that. But her harassing the Jane Does? I don't think even the Jane Does made that accusation. Where'd that come from? I don't know. If you have it, show receipt. She didn't show anything either. He said, "Oh, there's an Instagram post. It's not even in the video. Do you have that? Can you show us this? Give us a link? Give us something?" Nah, no. We're going on pure faith, the pure faith of the Church of Uranus again.